Hey, happy Sunday to you. I'm Eric and you're watching Eric's Crypto Corner. I'm a tax accountant with over 16 years tax experience, and I've been in the crypto space for about 5 years, GPU mining, ASIC mining, buying and selling crypto. Let's go ahead and start off with today's video. In our last video, we covered creating a Coinbase account and how to buy some crypto on Coinbase. But as we know, it is not a great idea to keep crypto on an exchange. So that's what today's video is all about, is about creating a hot wallet. We're going to be using Exodus today, which is probably one of the top 3 that I would recommend using. And we're going to be moving some funds in this video from Coinbase to Exodus. So let's get the party started. All right, so what we have here is an iPhone 8 Plus. This is my wife's old phone. We bought iPhone 14s recently. I never buy the newest and greatest just because I'm cheap that way, but we still keep these old phones because they're still pretty good backup phones. And if you have an iPhone 8 or newer, or same model as an Android or newer, there should be no problem at all for you to install Exodus on your phone. So we're going to go ahead and yeah, she has several Clash of Clans accounts. I think like 9. That's her thing. But anyway, so we're going to go over here to the App Store and we're going to go ahead and search for Exodus, and it comes right up here. We're looking for the Exodus wallet. And here we go. We've got Exodus. We're going to go ahead and download that. Okay, it might take a minute here, just depending on your internet connection. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and click on Open. Now, since I'm kind of doing this again for her, you may have like a restore wallet option or create new wallet. Go ahead and click on create new wallet on your screen if you don't see that here. But we can see that once you click on create new wallet, you should have a very similar screen as what you've got here. And these are all the default cryptos that Exodus puts on here. Now, we can add more cryptos if we want to, just by going down add more, and you can pick whatever crypto you want. Maybe you like Stellar Lumens, maybe you like HBAR, maybe you like Polkadot. And you can notice that some of these coins will have kind of this little drop down menu, and that means that crypto project has more than one chain, so more than one blockchain. So here we have the C chain, which is Avalanche's native, or BNB also has there. So now once you have found the cryptos that you like, we'll throw an Algorand there, Tezos, whatever, you can just click on the little back button and then all of those cryptos will now show up. All right. Now, before we get too far on what we can do here, I do want to go and show you how to get your private keys. Because remember, the private keys are your safe. They are your keys, your crypto. Remember, we talked about this several videos ago, that if you do not have your private keys and you do accidentally delete your app, or perhaps somebody, maybe you get a new phone and you have to restore it or whatever, you lose your phone, we want to restore those keys. So we're going to go up to, I believe it's up here, and right here, settings, and should be settings, and should be backups. Okay, now, okay, this gives you 2 different options here. We have iCloud backup and secret phase. I do not recommend you doing the iCloud backup. This is not something that I recommend you doing. You can do your own research on that, but I do not like keeping any kind of crypto passwords or seed phrases or anything else like that in the cloud anywhere. So we're going to click on seed phrase, and it says for your eyes only. Make sure you don't have this on some big screen TV somewhere, and write down your backup. So we can press and hold to reveal. And so you can see it just kind of shows the passwords or the 12 words, the key phrase, when you hold it down. So I'm going to go ahead and just write these down here really quick. Okay, so we've got velvet diagram, total chest, nature, gown. And make sure that when you're writing these down, you actually do, make sure you have them right, because like gown could have easily been like grown or something. This happened to me before where I didn't write the entire word down correctly, and then I couldn't restore a wallet. Now, luckily, I don't really keep a whole lot of funds on hot wallets, which, you shouldn't do. And you can make fun of my writing all you want. I sign my name hundreds and hundreds of times every year doing tax returns, so it's gotten ugly over the years. Okay, we're going to go ahead and click done. All right, so that just makes sure that you have your passwords done. Now, once you have your password and your key phrase saved, and by the way, I'm never going to use this wallet again, so feel free, interweb, to take this seed phrase all you want. I really don't care. I'm not going to be using it for anything live. This is just for this demonstration. All right, now that we've got our seed phrase written down, go ahead and store that somewhere safe, preferably a safe, literally, or in your bank deposit box. Do not take a picture of that. Do not put it into Excel on your computer. Do not, keep it in the cloud anywhere. It should never, don't record it on a video for YouTube, okay? Don't ever give that to anybody, ever. Nobody will ever ask for that seed phrase, ever, to do anything with crypto. It is only yours. I can't express this enough. Do not ever give your seed phrase to anybody except for your beneficiaries if you die, okay? All right, so now, once we've got that done, we do want to receive some crypto. All right, I don't really ever buy any crypto on hot wallets. We learned how to do that in a video using Coinbase. But what we are going to do is we're going to move Coinbase funds to here, because remember, it's not safe to keep crypto on an exchange. Okay, so you can see that we don't have any transactions in our Bitcoin. Now we can receive, send, swap, buy, sell. I'm going to go ahead and receive. We're going to go copy. You can copy it, or you can click on share. If you want to do a message to somebody or send an email to somebody or share it on Facebook or whatever. This is not super private. As we know that all these Bitcoin addresses are public. They are on the blockchain. You can see the Bitcoin that comes in and out of this account anytime you want. You just do a search online. So I've copied that. I'll copy it one more time just to make sure. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our Coinbase account and we're going to sign in. Okay, I had to monkey with the camera that I'm recording on that had my auth code, and so if the camera looks a little different, sorry about that. But anyways, so here we are. So we've got into our Coinbase account that if you watch the recent video on how to buy and sell this stuff, we had $29 like yesterday. So we have some crypto, we have some cash on our mobile app here. And what we're going to do is we're going to send that crypto. So let's go ahead and click on our crypto, and you can see we have the $9 of Bitcoin. So all we really do is click on the Bitcoin. And what we can see is, we can buy and sell and we can transfer. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do here is we're going to transfer our Bitcoin. So you can either receive crypto to this address or send crypto to another address. Well, we want to send the crypto off of Coinbase to our Exodus wallet. Click on send. We'd like to paste from Exodus. Allow paste. Okay. So what this is doing is it's saying, hey, we're going to go ahead and paste this. And typically what I do in this situation, and this is a very, very good exercise in security, is look at the last 4 or 5 digits on who you're sending it to. Now, there are some situations where people can hack into your phone and they may alter where you're sending your crypto to. So what we want to do is look at the last 4 or 5. So it's like KQNDH. Okay, is that what it says over in Exodus? When I click on receive, KQNDH. Okay, so now we've confirmed that the address that we're receiving to on our Exodus wallet is the same address that we're sending to on our Coinbase wallet. It is extremely important that you send it to the proper address. Now that's the first step to making sure that we're going to be sending it to the correct address, that we're doing the KQNDH. Okay, I can click on save contact and I can just call it like Connie, this is my wife's name, Connie Exodus or something, right? So we'll just call it Connie Exodus. Return, save. All right, so we're going to go ahead and send it to Connie Exodus. Now, what should I pick? It's going to charge us 20 cents to move Bitcoin, and these are the fees. And this is what we were talking about Base before. It would be nice if Exodus supported Base because I could send some USDC for free, but we're going to charge 20 cents, and then we can go ahead and move however much we want. Now here is rule number 2. Okay, remember rule number 1 was we want to make sure we're sending it to the right address. We verified that we are. Rule number 2 is we want to send like $2 or something. Make it really, really small. I'll do $2. Okay, so we have $9.40 available. And obviously we're not dealing in big dollars here, but let's just say this was 900 or 9,000 or 90,000. Always send a test first. Send a very small amount. Small is a variable term to me. $2 I'm fine with. I'm not going to lose $9 because I sent it to the wrong address, but I will send $2. So whatever you feel you're willing to lose in the event that you have the wrong address, go ahead and do that. I'm okay with $2. So I'm going to click on preview. Okay, they're not going to let me do that amount because I have to make a minimum amount. So let's see what max would be. Let me guess. Coinbase is going to screw me on this. Yep. So you can see that the minimum amount that you can send is 0.001, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need like probably another $5 in here. Okay, so I just had to buy some more Bitcoin because the minimum to send was too low for me to send. So there are some sending thresholds that we're going to have to look at here. Now let's go ahead and click on the transfer, send crypto. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do Connie Exodus, the KQNDH. And we're going to do this. And they're still going to charge us 20 cents. Now what's nice is whether I do, $2 or $20 here. Let's see how little I can do. Let's try 12. I bet you I can get away with $12. Let me see. All right. So about $12 as of right now is the minimum that we can send. So Coinbase is sending you a warning here. Before you send, avoid scams, fraud. I did a fraud video a little while ago. So if you had some fraud situations, I'd check that out. So only send money to trusted individuals and organizations. Watch out for high yields on funds. Send digital assets out of Coinbase may be irreversible. So again, this is trustless stuff here. This is all on you. So if you do this wrong, you're out this $12. I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. It's confirming we're sending $12 to the KQNDH. It's Bitcoin. It's going to take about 8 minutes. It reminds you again, don't transfer to people you don't know. Coinbase support will never ask you to send crypto. Here's our 20-cent fee. I'm going to go ahead and click go. I now sent it. Okay, now this is going to take a little while to process. And you can see inside of Coinbase here that it's pending. Now it said about 8 minutes. So I'm going to pause this video and come back when the transfer is complete. Now, one thing that you can do, I'm picking the video back up again here for just for a second, is you can see it says pending here. You know, you can click on the pending and it is verifying that is 20 cents. And it's actually kind of got this little time remaining down here of 7 minutes, 9 minutes. Now, depending on how busy the network is, will determine how long this takes to send. But you can just kind of keep this window open until it finishes. And you should also get an email when it is done showing that, you know, your transfer was complete. All right, I'm going to pause the video again here. All right, so it's been around 10 minutes. I think it took a little bit longer than the original, 9 minutes or whatever it estimated. You can see now on status here, it shows completed. Okay, so once it's completed over here, you should be getting an email showing that it's completed, but obviously the biggest way to confirm that you've received the funds is to go over to your Exodus wallet. And now I can see that I do see that my Bitcoin is in there. So before we were at 0, I can click on my Bitcoin. It does show, hey, 0.001 Bitcoin is what you got, which is what we just sent ourselves. And it says that we received it today. And this was about 5 minutes ago that it was received. So now we have confirmed that we moved that Bitcoin off of the centralized exchange, off of Coinbase, to our hot wallet. Now, obviously, when I'm done recording this video, I'm going to move this off because I don't need anybody getting smart and restoring this wallet onto their phone and getting my $12. But I just wanted to show you how you can get your funds, your crypto, off of Coinbase and get it onto your own hot wallet. Now, in future videos, we're going to be talking about cold storage as well, but using a hot wallet, is still way better than leaving it on an exchange. So in today's video, we learned all about how to set up the Exodus hot wallet, and we also learned all about how we can move crypto from Coinbase to Exodus. So if you know somebody that may not even have a hot wallet set up, maybe they have all their crypto still sitting on an exchange, please share this video with them so that they can learn how to upgrade their security when it comes to their own crypto holdings. So as usual, this information is for educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Until next time, peace.